Aries, what it do, baby? No, I just started. No, literally, just bro. I've been 57 seconds. Like, yeah, no, literally, we're just getting in there. Does this angle look different? I don't know why I'm tripping. All right. Yeah, no, just got on. Just was about to start talking about it. Just finished the poll. Yeah, you know it. Like, just finished the poll. So, I'm tripping. I didn't even say it right. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I gotta end that one because I didn't write the question right. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do it again. I didn't do it right. My bad. My bad. Um, excited. All right. Hold on. Let me finish doing this one. Okay. There we go. So let's hop right into it. Let's hop into the concepts of being able to restructure the setup of how we want to do it. So what you got going on today that's on your mind? What you're thinking about? How you're going about the next setup and situation that you want to accomplish? So these are the things that we're checked in for. The things that we're checking on. Some crave, hey, some good ramen and always do you justice. Peter, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you in the chats, my friend. Look, I tell you all, what do we got going on today? What are we excited for? What are we hyped up about? What are we feeling super cool about? Today is a study day for me. I will not lie. I have not done as much studying as I should be doing. I need to be doing a lot more studying. So I'm taking my day to a study day. So what do we got going on? If you're here tuned in with me and you see me, say what's up to you. Boy, we're doing our thing, 2 p.m. check-in, just to keep that focus and initiation on what we want. Like, don't let me sound corny or anything, because I'm not here to preach and I'm not here to teach. I'm here to just let you all know that, like, yo, I know you got these abilities. We just got to learn how to work and use them. And I'm doing my best to use mine, you know? I'm doing what I do best to keep me in the mindset and the focus of where we got to go next. Like, hey, with the girl, I see you, my boy, doing your thing, dog. And that's what it comes down to. It's all about where you want to keep your focus and where you want to put your life. Because when it comes to being able to set yourself up for the best possible success, you gotta have that mental structure of how you want to get it done. And look, I'm not here to preach and I'm not here to teach. I'm gonna say that a lot today. I'm not here to preach and I'm not here to teach, because at the end of the day, there are so many things and so many constructs that I'm learning in my everyday as we speak. There are lessons that are hitting me in my thought process right now that I have to be able to overcome. Like I told you all, I needed to be studying. And I haven't been doing as much studying as I was supposed to do today. I did a little bit yesterday, but not enough. So today I planned for it to be a pure study day. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna only focus on getting on my laptop and then just studying the material. And that's all I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. I promise. That is my golden plan to 11 p.m. Like, I got a little bit of extra space. I got a little extra time. Like, bro, we gonna get there, bro. I'm telling you, we gonna get there, bro. And better yet, we gonna be sharing some ramen in Japan. Like, we gonna go straight to the source. We gonna go straight to the source and get it. Konnichiwa, genki desu ka tomodachi. Like, amakame sama, akame sama, dostan no yushi. Like, and I tell you what, man. And that's where it comes from. I was just having a conversation with my boy today, and we were talking about like the idea that we're structuring, and he was really talking about the fact of how do we get it implement, how do we imply it, how do we implement all of his ideas, like, man, like literally, nice, yeah. How do we implement the idea structure of the money needed to back the idea, and it just really comes with the fact of leveraging. You got to learn how to leverage your setup and systems. Even me, I'm learning the process of leveraging like my YouTube. Like, how do I leverage my YouTube to gain more attention while helping more people, while increasing value? Like, and that's like the concept that I got to think of. I got to think about the restructure of how I do everything and anything now, really, because at the end of the day, there's so many things that we can do, but there's only so many things that are going to work. So definitely something to think about. Uh, yeah, nice. I love me a nice little cherry blossom tree. Like, yeah, nah, that's what I say, bro. And that goes along with the focus as well. It goes with the focus of being able to accomplish exactly what you want to get. So you got to keep that structured idea of how you're going to increase the determination of how you get there. And look, don't let me say all this and let you hear it and think that like, oh my gosh, you like so, because for me, it's training. It's the training that I talk about every day. It's the CDA every day. Consistent discipline action every day. Yesterday we were breaking down the concepts of, oh, Sir Ricky, my boy, it's Ricky. Chance, shikaraka, right now, it's Ricky. What's up, Ricky, bro? It's good to see you, man. I know you popped in like yesterday or a couple days ago and whatnot. I was just like, yo, I'm in and out. What's up with it? But that's what's up, bro. It's good to see you, man. As always, like I say, man, it's the check-in, bro. It's for you to come in, be like, yo, and then back to what we were doing, man, because, you know, we got things to do. I'm here for this little bit of time for you all because it's the time that I've, like, scheduled to increase, like, you know, the conversations we can have. Like, yeah, like, as I say, man, like, we really getting it. We really getting it done, you know, like, and it's all about that construct. So today I'm taking that time. Like today I'm gonna take the rest of the day to just like study. I'm just gonna be focused on studying. I need to learn the concepts and structures of being able to set families up in proper life insurance policies. I need to understand the real basis of variable annuities that we don't participate in because they're just working with the stock market. They're not working with the stock market. They're just like a gamble of setup. When it comes to the fact of being able to talk to someone whose price range to support themselves and support their family, transfer 401ks, transfer Roth IRAs, to be able to transfer those into different policies, into variables, into annuities that they can use to better grow their wealth. These are things that I need to always be focused on. So that way, when I do find myself in a position, look, I'm a bartender, so I talk to a lot of people, and I'm a private bartender, so I'm looking to hire my ability and scale of where I go, increasing more value. Me having this information, not only being able to serve you the most wonderfully crafted cocktail you've ever gonna taste in your life, but to be able to give you the best financial systems that can help you increase your value yourself. So me learning these things on a regular basis is all a part of my new focus. Don't get me wrong, it was already a part of my focus. But the thing is, I've learned over the last week or so that if you have too many priorities, then you don't have any priorities. And I can't get my can't get my uplines like quote out of my head because he's right. Bro, listen. Bro, man, trust and believe. Look, I'm 28, bro, and like, I've been in this adult shit since like I was like 17, and I'm only just now realizing how serious it is. Bro, I've been living, and trust and believe, I've had a great life, I've had a tricky life, I've had like a reckless life, like, and to sit here and be able to talk to you all about it, like, to be able to hear and sit over here and talk to you all about it and I'm blessed because, like I say, Jim Rohn says it best, that there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who have written in books how they've become successful and nobody ever even reads it. And nobody ever even reads it. People literally got true God maps and circumstances that allow people to realize that there's a lot more that can be done and people won't even bother to read it. And this is an important part about my channel. This is an important part of what we talk about because you got to be able to have that push. You got to be able to have that drive. You got to be able to have that focus because then if you're not focused on what you want to do, then you're going to be focused on what someone else is making you do. And then that's not going to make you happy either. And then get into the focus of doing what you want to do, realizing how hard it is isn't going to make you nowhere near happier. But trust and believe it's that work that takes. It takes that work. It takes the works necessary for you to be able to do more, to become more. Because at the end of the day, you only go, trust and believe, it's gonna go. Life is only gonna continue on. Life is only gonna continue to go. And it's only gonna go. The one thing that you gotta know is how you're gonna go with it. Ooh, yo, can we get that one? Can we get that one written down oh, hold up. We love that. Look, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. But how are you gonna go with it? Are you gonna go against it? Are you gonna fight it? Are you gonna go with the flow? Are you gonna be riding a wave? Are you gonna be sitting over here drowning underneath it? Where you going with? Hey, yeah, bro. I'm getting it right. I'm getting it right now. I'm going right to the page necessary. What's up, buddy? Como se va? Yeah, that's the office. Push. Yeah, no, that's, bro, I'll tell you, it's gonna go. I'm gonna write it right here. There's actually another page. No, I don't want to do all that. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna just write it where I got it. It's yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to go. It's going to go anyway. But how are you going to go with it? How are you going to feel when it's going? Because remember, it's not happening. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. It's happening for you. Look, yesterday, this is one of my big things that I was talking about the other day. This was yesterday, right? Yeah. I was talking about the fact of the notifications. When you get those notifications, I'm gonna make a video on that. That'll be my next video that I make after this. The notifications. Even though I said I'm still gonna study. Notifications. Yeah. So the notifications video, like the whole construct of that video is gonna be based on the fact that when you get those notifications, that fear, that doubt, that unease, even the confidence, even the ambition, even the deep gut feeling, when you get those notifications, those are not your signals to halt. Those are not your signals to go, oh, you know what, I don't know about this, and contract. Those are your signals allowing you to know that there's something more that you need to be doing. When you get this moment of anxiety, is what they love. I posted a video just the other day, just yesterday, I think it was too. I think I was really on this yesterday. Yesterday I was really on this. So action. No action without. Sorry, I bombed all of that. Without action and ambition, it'll equal anxiety. The fact that you're not in motion, and like I said in the comments, is like, if you're in motion, it's hard for your brain to be like, This is why I got another good one. Don't cry, work out. Don't cry, work out. So as I say these are actually gonna be the chapters in my book. So I thought about this yesterday. I was like, yeah, I can make I can make the only gets better from here. I make the only gets better from here. That'll be a chapter. And I'll break down the concepts of why it only gets better from here. What can be done to get it better from here? And why is it such an important time? And then, the inconveniences of life can be another chapter. And the book will just be chapters of the sayings. And I think that's how I write all my books. I'll just keep coming up with the ideas. I'll keep using the setups of exactly. I appreciate that. My friend. Yeah, actually just I thought about this yesterday because I started to realize it when I make my titles in the, I make the titles for the YouTube videos. And when I make those titles, I'll say in the video what the title represents. And then I'll give a little brief sentence for the comments when I post it. And then I thought about all that in the whole. I was like, oh wait, that's the chapter. That's chapter 1, that's chapter 2, chapter 3. Those are the chapters for me to go. Because I'm not always gonna be on live. I'm not always gonna be talking to people. I can't always be in the presence of people through a book. Like same thing with my signature course. I'm not always gonna be on live with you. I'm not always gonna be talking about you on these things. You're not gonna always see my videos. But if you have some kind of structure that you've actually been designing and working on yourself, then it'll allow that process to keep flowing. And with that process, it'll allow you to do more than what you did the day before. So that's where I've been at. So this has been like the whole restructure of like where I've been wanting to go with the videos, making the podcast, like doing it on the setup. Like, damn, get your charger, bro. Like, yo. Yeah, no, man. And like I said, though, that's like and this is where my focus has been because I've realized, and I've known this. This is my thing. Look, check it out. Let me tell y'all something. I am someone, right? And for the people who know me now, the people like my boy Aries, my boy Sir Ricky, Blue Locks, Malone, for the people who kind of like get some chance to know me over this last month or so, even me, I'm someone in this process of learning these things. This is why I'm saying it with so much confidence, because I'm not living in a state of wishing and wanting and hoping. No. I'm living in a state of doing, in tune, and focused. You got to remember though, I only just got here. I only just got to a point to where like the overall focus and the true purpose has been structured. So my thing is, even with like the fact that, look, I don't show these 2 notebooks, these 3 notebooks for nothing. This is how much is going through my head. But the thing is, without any proper structure, then I'm just some dude writing all of these notes. I'm just some dude who you see, like, if you go in their house, you see these notepads written everywhere and stuff. I'm just some dude who just writes something and never acts. That's what happens if I don't apply anything. So with the fact that I know all of this, I have to be able to bring it to a structured concept to form it to where that it aligns promptly with what I'm already talking about, with already the action that I'm putting behind it to implement it to you all. I can honestly say, in the time of me being on live, I've gotten a lot more confident in my speaking. I've shaken a little bit of nervousness when it comes to meeting new people. Being in PHP has allowed me to realize a certain another sense. Like I always have this like little bounce. I got this little estilo. Me gusta, estoy ese estilo. But the thing is, to structure it properly. Let me see what my boy's saying. Exactly. I thought about that. Yeah, no. I thought about being in here. This is a nice little. I like this. I like the concept of like the office and like how it's like structured and stuff. So I like that. Like, so I thought about that myself. Of having like a nice little office of some sorts. And you're right. Yeah, filling it up. There's so many books that I want to actually get myself to. Yeah. See, I got it. See. Okay. Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this story real quick. There was a guy. He was a poor guy out on the streets, and a rich man comes by, is feeling sorry for the guy. He gives the man a truck. So the way that the man can go handle deliveries, work, make money for himself. It's going okay, it's going good. The thing is, the man needs to eat. The trucks need gas. So he sells the truck, buys 2 motorcycles. Because it's a little bit more cost effective. Like he can end up make the deliveries faster, but not able to maintain both the bikes. Loses one of the bikes, still got one, still making deliveries and whatnot, still not able to keep it. Has to sell the bike, gets a bicycle. A little bit more cost effective, takes a little bit more work, but still a little bit more cost effective. Can't get to the places and destinations as fast as it used to, but can still do it. Ends up not being able to make more sales off the bike. Sells the bike for a bottle of booze, for a bottle of liquor. Rich man comes by, same rich man sees him on the streets again. Shakes his head. and continues to go on. The moral of this story is the fact that you can have all the talent, you can have all the ambition, you can have all the drive, you can even have all the purpose. But if you don't have the structure for scalability, for consistency, then you'll never get out of the loop that you're in now. This is a story I heard yesterday. I heard this story yesterday and I just thought, man. And I bring all this up to say that, look at me, even me, who can sit over here and talk to you with as much confidence as I am, with as much knowledge as I got, with as much drive and purpose as I am. If I don't do nothing about it, if I don't have a structure behind it, if I don't have a certain focus that's necessary to get me to the overall goal or know that goal, then I'm just gonna be going round and round. I'm gonna just forever buy notebooks. I'm gonna just keep it. Trust me, I'm gonna always buy notebooks. I'm gonna always write. The thing is, I'm not gonna be writing about nothing. I'm still gonna be writing about all the things I wanna do, all the things that are triggering to do, all the list I got. Nothing will be checked off because there's no proper structure for the focus that needs to be had. This is what I've been consistently thinking about for the last week or so. Like, it's been on my mind for the longest time, and it's really allowed me to realize where my priorities are, like where I put in all of my work. When I wake up at 5:45 in the morning, when I wake up at 5:50 in the morning, what happens between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock? And then what happens from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock when I come on to talk to you all? And then what happens from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock? And then 5 o'clock to 11 when I talk to you all again. From when I get off from 11:30. What happens between 11:30 and 12 o'clock? To find the actual priorities within those time frames. Just for me to be able to let you all know with pure confidence and ambition of me getting this exam passed to get my license. Because as I learn more about what I don't know, I'm learning more about what I didn't know to know more about what I already know. So the fact of what I'm working on now, like, don't get me wrong, I got this information. I have the information of how to place the policies, who to talk to when it comes to putting these policies in place. I have the knowledge. Now I need the licenses behind it to be able to write the policies that I know oh so well about. So for me to get those licenses, to be able to write those policies that I know so well about, I have to be able to communicate what I know oh so well. I got to be able to communicate those facts. I got to be able to communicate what I'm able to do for you, your family, for your tax setup, for your wealth, for your generational setup and concept. I got to know that. I got to know how to say that. I got to know how to read it. I got to know how to identify it. So my focus is on the studying. The signature pour. This is the signature pour. The lives, the video, the bartender, all of their signature pour. Because the more I pour with purpose, the more I pour with intention, the more you taste the moment, the more creativity comes into fruition, which allows me to increase more of the value, to do those same things, to increase more value, to be able to place upon more people. These two things, because I still do everything else around them. But the thing is, they are the main focus. They are the PHP is a structure and foundation of how I can better help my family and help other families while increasing my value and making income to support the signature pour for that to grow and for that business to go. And then they work hand in hand, one hand washing the other. And then next thing you know, it becomes this automatic system that becomes so natural that as I'm bartending, I'm still talking to you about the policies and everything. What, you make this amount of money in a year? Have you ever thought about just really placing it into an index annuity so that way you can have it grow over the stock market, and whatever the stock market does, it performs the same way? So that way your money grows, and by the time your kid, who is now 2 years old, is 12 years old, would have a certain set amount of money for him when you pass. We don't like to think about dying, but the inevitability is a thing. Like, don't be afraid. They say that It's not death that stops life. It's the fear of death that stops people from living. Like, so it's not about the fact of talking about death that you gotta be worried. It's about the fact of not living to the fullest possible extent of your life that you should be worried about. And you can't do that reserved. You can't do that contracting. I know this because what do I do when something affects? I've recently contracted, like with PHP alone. Right now they're in Vegas. They're in Vegas holding a big event. At this moment, as we speak, everybody's getting all this insight. They're talking to people. They're talking about. They're all in the same. They're all in an environment of where it's so many like-minded people, hundreds of thousands of people together in this one place, so they can talk about the structure and ideas of how PHP works, to be more inspired, to have more momentum in the business that they thrive in, that they care about, that they support, that they really truly care about helping people in. And they're in Vegas right now having these conversations for the next day or so. And with that, I'm here. And I'm talking about the fact that I'm gonna drive. I'm going to put this fire under my ass to where that this license needs to be obtained by me. So that way I can go out and structure the value of what I have. I'm not saying that, oh, I need to, it needs to happen. I gotta, no. It's necessary. It's a part of purpose. It's a part of the structured idea. It's a part of that compound interest that we love so much. Because having this under my belt is always, my upline says it all the time. Frankie, love this guy. He says it all the time. Batman is equipped with all of these things. Does he use everything on the belt though? No. He just has them. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Better to have me be a licensed insurance agent that specializes in annuities, indexes, and whole life, term life, and universal life policies, and be having a conversation with someone who's been needing someone to be able to help them with their situation to build that same wealth. Better to have me have that license when that conversation appears than me never have that license at all. The focus and the structures of what I'm going about. The focus and the structures of what needs to be done. These are things that I implement, that I need to. Today has been a nice day. Today has been a nice day. I'm up. I've still been active. The more I do things in a more natural state, bro, I know. I appreciate that. I feel that. Okay. Good. Oh, man. Good point, Ricky. So, along with what Frankie told me as well, and about what everything I just said and I've been thinking about, there was another guy. He's in our office too, and he was asking me. He asked me kind of the same question. He was like, "What is your end goal? What's the end goal to your initial reason why?" That is a good question. Because then, as soon as he asked me, I went in my notebook. I just grabbed one of my books and I went in and I was like, what am I writing about? I'm only getting better. I'm able to teach my people. I'm bringing an abundance of income and assets to my brand, to my lifestyle. I am in control of my reality. I am the creator and destroyer of my world. I am successful. I am healthy, wealthy, rich. I am the creator of the signature core. I am in no shortage of abilities. I am the reason for my generational shift to new levels for the better. I am a money enthusiast and I have so many money routes and investments, assets, and streams of income. I am successful. I am the guy who always dressed in my style, my bow tie, my suspenders. I am the sexiest man alive. I am healthy, wealthy, and rich. I'm only increasing my value. So he asked me this question. And with all of these things I have written down about what I'm doing, how I'm going, I have my other notebook that's it has my 70K minimum monthly plan. How do I make 70K? I either do 7 10K events a month to make me 70K a month in passive in income. Total net what is it? Net accumulated income. I have a notebook like that, and when he asked me this way, it made me think, because it's not that I don't have an answer for them, but I don't have a structured answer. Because at the end of the day, right now, I am in a mode. I can honestly tell you, I am in a mode of doing everything I possibly can. I'm doing this to do this. I'm doing this to do this. I'm doing this to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. And then I find myself in this irritated state of like, why isn't anything working? Not because I'm not giving it enough time. Not because of the fact that it's not compounding into something great already. It's because I don't have an answer to the end goal. I don't have an answer to it. So I have one. I actually have one. So I'm not leaving you on your toes here, my boy. I have one. My thing is, these are my steps. I want to show up, be sexy, and get paid. This is what I want to do. If in its simplest form. Exactly. No. Trust and believe, I got my why. I'll break down these points in the simplest form in a second after I answer that. Because my why is the fact that I would love to be the guy to be able to help with anything. You need a bartender? I got you. You need to write up a policy for your family? I got you. You need to sell your house? I got you. You're moving to Florida? I got you. You need to know where the places to be? You want to know where the fun place to go? You want to know where the place to be? You want to know where the scenes to be at? I got you. You need to wash your dog? I got you. You need a pressure wash? I got you. You need a pool guy? I got you. But then it comes to the point of where it's like, hold up. I don't have to do all those things. Because this is what your team is for. This is what your system is for. This is what your tribe is for. Because if I can't do it, hold on, give me 15 minutes. Hey, I got another opportunity for you if you're willing to hit it. Hey, look, if I'm not filling up your schedule too much, I got some more money for you. Oh no, send them my way, send them my way. Okay, cool. Call them back. All right, I got you. Just for me to not only increase more value in someone else, but to still be able to help in more ways than one. That's my why. My why is to become the overall bridge to be able to do anything. When my phone rings, I'm able to solve problems and make money, which leads me into my show up, be sexy, and get paid. Now look, the ideal of this is this simple because I've needed to make it simple so that way when I present it to someone, they can hear it and they can hear the plan clearly. The work though, for me to show up, where am I showing up to? What's the place? What do I do there? How do I represent myself there? How does my value increase more value there? Being sexy. How do I keep the appearance? How do I keep myself sharp? Where do I go? How do I end up becoming more sexier? How do I become more stronger? How do I become more knowledgeable? And get paid. What did me showing up to? Where did I show up to where that I got ready to be sexy? Where did I show up to get paid? What did I do? Because if I've learned anything about increasing value and leveraging your opportunity, Mondays Done Right was a promotion that I put together. I put together the drink prices, I put together the location and everything just based off of the fact of where the restaurant already was. Exactly. You already know. Exactly that. So being able to set up this restaurant that is already a fantastic place. This restaurant is a fantastic place and a fantastic location with awesome owners and awesome people doing what they do best to support their family and structure. I'm a guy who's ambitious and wants to see more done for himself and for the people that he cares about. So I make up this offer, I go to this restaurant, I present it to these people, and they love it. They're like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Why is it that me as a normal person that they don't know would be able to have the honor to increase their value based on, Bill, what it do? For me to increase their outcome and their value for what they got going on. So why is it that I'm a random guy who can just walk into the restaurant and say, hey, I got this. Let me show y'all. Let me show you. I got it. Hold on, wait, my bad. Let me, like, this is it right here. I keep it with me just because of the fact that I'm still doing it. Look, Monday's Done Right. Monday's Done Right, featuring the signature pour, hosted at Paloma's Mexican restaurant. Come and live it up. $10 and $20 drink specials and whatnot. How is it that I'm a guy who comes to them with this offer and lets them know, hey, let me do something to increase more value for yourself and for me for us to really make some money? Why would they say yes to me? Because there's a structure, there's an idea, there's a focus, there's a plan, there's a goal, there's knowledge, there's ambition. So not only do I not need to do anything because I love the restaurant industry. I love meeting new people and I love the people that I talk to and I love the people that I meet. Now I get to leverage my ability. I don't have to exactly. Yes, exactly that. I don't have to go in there and try to prove a point to do anything. No. I go in there with who I am, with my knowledge and my offer, and they say, yes, let's do it. They don't even know me. But I have something to offer, just like my boy said. I have value. And that value alone allows me to leverage my position. Now get this. Now I get to put it together and I get to do the same things that I would normally do if I was working there with them, to not actually have to work. Now I don't make a drink. I don't make an order. The only thing I do is I put it together. DJs, the entertainment, the people, and I bring it together. To do what? Make a percentage off of what is being brought, added to the sales on top of everything else. So not only do I not make a drink, do I not need to make a drink, and can still engage with guests like how I do. I don't drink, so like I can still like kind of engage and like kind of hang around and chill. The thing is, I get to show up to do that same exact thing. I get to get dapper and fresh as I do so well, and I get paid for it. You see how that works? You see how that show up, be sexy, get paid? You see how all of those three things are in this? That it makes the structure of that? That's what I say, that's the simple form. Be sexy, get paid, but the underlying points between each one is the fact that I gotta know the numbers. I gotta know, he asked me this question, and I wasn't even ready for it, but I actually was. I won't even say it like that. He asked me this question that I wasn't expecting him to ask, but I should have been, especially in the mindset that especially with the offer that I'm presenting. I should have been ready for it, and I was, because he asked me. So, how do we make profit? Easy. What, normal box of the house tequila cost about, if I'm not mistaken, $46 a case. So we're talking that it costs 12 bottles. 12 bottles of tequila costs $46 a case. If we sell two $20 wristbands, you're already in the setup of making profit on not 12 bottles, but one bottle of tequila. That one bottle of tequila will probably make what? 15 drinks, 20 drinks? Now, I don't know how to do this math. I'm not good at that fast math. So don't get me on that. If somebody's a human calculator, good kudos to you. What's up, Maesa? I see you. Como talez-vous? Oh, sorry, that was Creole. Oh, no, that was French. Sorry, I get them confused. Fucking, you'd be surprised about how like the Creoles and French people act here in Florida. It's so stupid. Like, it's like, shut up. It's all the same. All languages are stupid. English is stupid. Like, actually, Japanese is the coolest, is in my opinion. Like, but anyway, for me to be able to show up and do everything, to talk with them and increase my value in the business, it takes me to do those background work. So I'm talking to him and he's like, oh, how do we make profit? I'm over here like, yo, if we go through one bottle of tequila, that one bottle of tequila would have probably already sold 20, 40, 60, 80, $80 worth of wristbands. That's already 2 boxes of tequila out of one bottle. He was like, okay. Wasn't even thinking about that. Didn't even put that in the script. Didn't even put that in the spiel when I was putting it into the presentation. Did not even think of that. And yet it was asked of me. And yet with my knowledge that I've had, because don't get me wrong, I've done like truck orders, I've done inventory orders, I've done liquor orders, to where that it hits to where that I know prices of things, I know companies, I know Cisco, I know the delivery, I know the liquor companies, I know how much they're charging for bottles of Patron, bottles of House Tequila, bottles of Casa Azul. You know, I know these prices, I know these things. Without me putting it into a script and frame to present to him, and him still asking me with the same knowledge of me knowing, I was already prepared to be able to answer this question with full confidence. This is the structure of it. I gotta show up to present the offer. I gotta be sexy to get the offer made, because don't get me wrong, like, you gotta be a certain set. You can't just be anybody presenting anything and thinking anybody's gonna buy it. You gotta put yourself in a certain form. I just say being sexy because being sexy, look, this will be another one of the chapters in the book. Being sexy is not what you do. It's not what you do to yourself. It's not what you do to your appearance. It's not how you put it together. It's who you are. It's that feeling you have inside to where that you know you're so comfortable with who you are that anyone who tries to say what you look like or what you do, it doesn't affect you, because you know already too well about how you put yourself in purpose, put yourself in setup. You know this already. So sexy isn't an appearance, it's an attitude. So I don't say sexy is like I don't say it like that. I say it in the fact of the confidence behind you being so sexy that no one can tell you. No one can tell you anything about who you are, because you already know this. You already know who you are. I made a video saying the same thing. You can't be offended if you know who you are. No one can make you upset. No one can offend you if you already know exactly who you are, front to back, head to toe. Like, because if you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know your disciplines, you know your strong points, you know who you get sad, you know when irritation, you know how you get mad. No one can do these things because you're in control of that concept. And then just for me to still end up doing those two things and getting paid for it, while leveraging all of my abilities. Now, not only do I get to still be in the same place that I wanted to be in the first place, I get to still be in that same place, making the same money, making the same connections, making more money, while still doing what I do best. This is that structure of it. I would hope that, exactly. Like, what happens to me? That's how it goes, Bill. That's how it's set up. That's how it's set up. I tell you, man, and it takes this, and this is why it's so, look, now think about this way, right? My YouTube channel started with the fact that I would talk to people like this about the abilities that we have and the way that we can move. And people were starting to implement these things into their own life without me even telling you to. I wasn't telling people to do it. I wasn't saying, hey, you should do this. Hey, you should go and do that. Hey, you should think about this. Never said any of these words. I don't say it to you all. There's never not a time you hear me on live and I say, you need to think about, you have to. No. Don't mistake me. I say that you can, that it would be helpful, that if you consider, even when I make my videos, I say like, look, you don't have to do anything. Like, you don't even know me. You don't even know me. I don't even know you. So who am I? But at the end of the day, if you're around someone consistently that is as confident as they are, as positive as they are, as ambitious as they are, as driven as they are, I would like to think that you would get some of that energy. That would kind of rub off on you. You'd start to see how they're kind of moving, and you start to see like you'd see them in an irritated situation, and it'd be nothing to them. Trust and believe, they're still irritated too. Trust and believe. Don't look at nobody in a stressful position and ever think that they're not stressed. No. They just have a different process of controlling how they, and then they're gonna handle that issue, and next thing you know, guess what? No more stress. No more thought about it because it's something of handledness. It's been done. I say fuera. Gone. Done. Exactly. Because you have to be able to know and look, you have to know that. This is why in any environment, any situation, any scenario, any person, anyone, anything in your way of your greatness, you have to understand how to keep that focus. Ricky, you seen me. You seen me on live last week. And I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it. You know why I wasn't feeling it? It was because I was still in a state of mind of like giving myself too much shit about what's not being done when I've only been doing what's being done for a short time. I can't give myself too much. Don't get me wrong, you can always push yourself, but don't push yourself over the edge. Always push yourself to the fact that where it's like, go, and keep doing it. Until that moment where you're like, wait, hold on. This is affecting me in more ways. And then you take that time. The thing is, I haven't been giving myself enough credit, and I've been giving myself too much shit. I've been planting my seeds and been trying to dig them up to see if it's growing. I've been setting myself up just to still think that it's not high enough. No. That's right. That's how it go, bro. So let me tell you something that I was watching recently that really threw this in a real perspective for me. Because you gotta remember, I learned a long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean I probably learned about like 7 months ago, that life is this huge transaction. Everything in life is a transaction, whether you want to believe it or not. Hey, do you? But life is this huge transaction, and you have to have something to get something. You have to have a lot of something to get a lot more of something. Sometimes you just got to know how to leverage what you have to get a lot. So there's these different formulas and ways that you can create this. And something that I was watching, this is Brian Tracy. Oh, another great guy, bro. Brian Tracy, man. Just a genius, bro. Like, Brian Tracy, he says that the go for no approach. Now, mind you, I've heard this before, but I've never heard the meaning until just yesterday. So the go for no approach, you already know that people don't want to buy what you're selling. People don't want to be sold anything. People don't want to be sold nothing. You can't call no one like, hey, I got an offer for you. Nope. You can't walk up to nobody in the streets and be like, hey, have you ever thought about? Nope. People don't want to be sold. People got so many things going on in their life. The last thing they need is for a random dude telling them that they only get better from here. Bitch, who are you? like the last thing they need me to do, whether I'm selling them something for $1, my signature course, or whether I'm selling them something for $100, a life insurance policy, or whether I'm selling them like a setup of like a $150,000 contract for the property they own. Nobody don't want to be sold shit. Like, nobody wants to be sold anything. So the go for no is the concept of knowing that that's people's thought process. You know that people don't want to be sold. So the fact is, you know this, and you're aware of the fact that people are going for the go for no. So when you go for no, you simply just put in aspects of how you decide to take rejection. They put it in this terms. They had a bunch of sales representatives do this. They sent whoever went out and got the most no's would win a prize at the end of the day. They did this every week. They did it every day, every week, every month. Whoever got the most no's that day would get a prize at the end of the day. And it would only drive people to actually go out and see how many times people can know. And guess what the result was for the people who ended up going out and guess what the result was for the people who ended up getting the most no's and winning a prize every day? Guess what that result was? The fact that those people did a lot better in the business than anyone else. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Big shout outs. Wait, oh, let me know. He said sorry. Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, big shout out. That motherfucker, bro. Bro, big shout outs, my boy. I was just about to ask, all right, is that Chinese or Japanese? Like, cause I was about to go ni hao or konnichiwa. This dude got me rolling, bro. Is that? Bro, yo, I fucks with you. Hey, yo, bro, we need more like you, bro. Look at me. Big shout out. Forgive me if I believe it's Chinese. I believe that is Chinese. No, it's not Japanese. I believe that's Chinese. So big shout outs to China. Ni hao. Like I tell you what, like, bro, that shit is funny, bro. Like, I love that. Like, big shout outs to China. We going worldwide with it. We getting up there. Like, bro, yeah. No, I believe it's Chinese. Yeah. Honestly, I can't read it. Like, I have no idea what it says, but like, I'm pretty sure it's Chinese. Like, oh, that is funny, bro. That is hilarious, though. We need more like that. We need more of the world to be the world. It's the world, bro. Like I'm not a black guy, and that is funny that he did that. Tell me I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be offended by the fact that, like, it's like, oh, he's identifying me as black. Bitch, I'm black. Like, what do you mean? Like, and this is another point of it too, because so much of the world is like just fighting its own nature. So much of the world wants to fight the fact that, yes, you're stressed, so you're upset. Yes, you're happy, so you want to do good. Yes, you're irritated, so you don't want to talk to nobody. Why should that be a bad thing that you feel that way? Like, you're allowed to have feelings, and people will decide to ignore their feelings because it doesn't go in the concepts of anybody else's feelings. You will dumb your vibrations down to meet a level of vibration that you don't even want to be at in the first place. What? Like, what? Like, I don't even want to feel this way in the first place, let alone me coming down my fucking, excusez-moi my français, me coming down I told you, sometimes when I get a little bit too passionate, I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, because it gets to a certain point to where, like, there's some things that a calm spirit just can't handle. Like, and I'm not one to say that I'm not the most exertive kind of person, but at the end of the day, I'm passionate. Like, and it'll show. It'll show. My passion will show before my brain thinks about it. That's why I'll be like, vete a la mierda. Like, man, you don't get out Casudo. Like, you don't get out my face with this, bro. You got me. Got me, motherfucking bent. Man, I tell you what. But I say all this to say that this is the structure. Now look, this isn't everyone's structure. You have your own concepts and you have your own thought processes as well. The thing is, you don't follow what someone does. You pull what they've done. You pull the little information that they've gained, their little hurdles, and you pull that information to adjust it, use the conservation of energy to transform it in yourself. You know why? You know why so many great people are able to talk about so many great things? Do you know why my YouTube channel isn't where it is yet, where it's gonna be? It's because I am still learning the formula that allows me to become better, to do better, to become more, to do more. So I'm not where I am right now because of the fact that there's still more that needs to be done. There's still things that, there's some things that I gotta know. There's some things that I gotta do. There's some things that I need to put in motion before I see that door. Because this is one thing that I was saying too. And I'll probably end it with this one. I'll probably end it with this. It doesn't change. It may look different. It doesn't change. I'll bring it up in an example of the piano, right? On the piano, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. White keys. The black keys, D, A, B, E, B, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't played the piano in like a couple of weeks, so I'm kind of basic. However, those notes don't change. Whether it's a grand piano, an electric piano, the string piano, I don't really know the name of it. Those notes are still the same. Those notes are still the same constructs of whether it's on that piano or not. So it doesn't change. So what does change is the perspective of knowing that they don't change. To where that now, learning new languages is easy for me. Do you know why learning languages are easy? Because it doesn't change. It may have a different slang. It may be said differently. It may be spoken in a different tone. However, the idea structure of the language does not change. So it makes it easier to know that the fact that, oh, all I have to do is now repeat it. Now it's not a game of how much I know. It's about a game of how much I'll do. Like, exactly that. And when you start to really learn that, you start to get a little excited about it. You start to grasp this concept of like, okay, well, if I know that doesn't change, then how can I improve it more? How can I implement my energy of transformation to make it a lot more solid for increased value of myself and others? These are the questions. I'll give you the answers. Putting in that effort. Putting in that work. It does, bro. Look, that 25 pound weight didn't get easier. You got stronger. That skill that you've been developing didn't get easier. You got better. That equation that you wanted to solve didn't change. You just got smarter. You've only improved. This is the structure of our entire design. Whether you want to fight it or not, the human evolution was designed to always want to progress, to be better, to always want more. As you can clearly see over hundreds of generations of time passing, how more and more of societies are being built, how technologies are being ran, how systems are being implemented, of how the change has gone. The difference is we don't understand what's enough. We don't get it. I broke down this concept to the fact that you can literally have $0, $100, $100,000, $1 million, $1 billion, and $1 trillion. And you can also have it in a negative effect too. You can be negative $40,000. You can be negative $40 million. So there's no scale on where you want to be when it comes to how much money you want to make. There is no scale. So you can make $100,000 and be like, I'm cool. You can make $1.5 million and be like, I'm cool. You can get all the way up to Warren Buffett and be worth $1 trillion and be like, not enough. You have that option. You have that ability to increase and stop or decline whenever you want to. Our innate ability and design for us to want more, to be better, to do more than what we've done is already a factor that has been psychologically, DNA structurally to our entire system. It's why you get ideas. It's why you have creativity. It's why you get anxiety. Because they're all notifications of your body letting you know, like, hey, I'm something over here that can do a lot more than what I'm doing, but we're not doing that. So I feel like this right now. Until we stop feeling like this right now, then I won't do anything else but feel like this right now. And then you make the choice to go, I want to be better. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be better. I'm going to implement my knowledge. I am going to pass this exam. I am going to get this license. I am going to help families. I am going to build wealth for my family. I am going to do more because this situation is only temporary. This is only a temporary moment for me. And everything is temporary. The good, the bad, the shine, the grind, the rain, the pain, it's all temporary. You have to be able to know how you're going to feel in each of those moments. The inevitability of some bullshit happening to you is likely. Something's gonna happen. A nail gonna be in the road and pop your tire. A customer isn't gonna like the way that their burger is cooked and they're gonna be pissed. That money ain't gonna hit your bank account when it's supposed to hit your bank account. It always hits your bank account at this time, and now it ain't gonna hit your bank account. There's gonna be something. Whether you allow it to drag you down entirely is the real question. Whether you allow it to pull you out of your... Do you remember the Inconveniences of Life video that I made about me going to Walmart? I had two decisions when that fucking system fucked up and my $2,500 was outside of my bank account and outside of my possession or outside of my reach. And I had two decisions to make. To completely turn the fuck up in this Walmart, to literally go like, this is some bullshit, fuck this, that, cursing everybody out, or simply allowing the world to do what it's gonna do and leave myself in the best possible outcome. Just for what? Just for what to happen? The money to still come back onto the card, to come back into my bank account, for me to still pay my rent on time, and nobody gotta worry. Now get this, I don't ruin my character in Walmart because this is my neighborhood Walmart. I don't ruin my character. I don't have to come back and say the whole, oh, I'm so sorry that I acted that way. Blah, blah, blah. No. I'm sorry. I don't need to act that way because it's not necessary. I told you I get a little bit too passionate. Like, I don't need to act that way because at the end of the day, one, the money's already out of my account. Two, there's a chance that some bullshit's gonna happen. I gotta accept that because guess what? It ain't gonna help me screaming at everybody in this Walmart to get my $2,500 back. It ain't gonna help. So I'm gonna just go, continue my day as is, and do that. Had two choices. Turn up or keep it cool. I know which one I chose. Which one would you choose? What would you do? If you didn't know that the outcome would be that everything works out, how would you have reacted? It's $2,500. I don't know anybody who's comfortable with just losing $2,500. Man, I don't even care about money like that. I don't care about the money. I care about the place that I'm gonna sleep tonight. So that money is what turn up 100%. Lose my motherfucking up in that Walmart. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Just for my night to still, just for my day to still continue. I still went on. I still read. I still studied. I still got ready for the show. Still went to the show. Still did what I did. Still had fun. Still hanged out. Why not? Still paid my rent. Cool. Easy. Didn't even have to stress. Didn't have to ruin nobody else's day because my day is shitty. Because I didn't think of my day being shitty. I thought of my day as being a little inconvenience. Like, all right, if I get hit with the late fee, I'm suing Walmart. That's all I was at. I was accepting it. I was already in acceptance of the fact that the money not gonna come back on my car. I'm about to sit over here and have to sue Walmart. Now I need a lawyer. Now I know that small claims in Walmart are a thing that's often, so that means I could probably get this money easily. So now I'm happy again. Just for me not to even have to do any of that. That's what I say. I kept my focus on the fact that I wanted to continue my day. I'm off on this Friday. I'm doing my thing. I'm here. And I don't want to have a good time. So I'm not gonna turn up in Walmart. I'm not gonna lose my shit. Because I don't need to. It's not necessary. Waste of energy, waste of time, and it's only gonna kill me faster. Stress is a silent killer. That little blood vessel that pops in your head and shuts down your body. Yeah. And it takes for a motherfucker to go real belligerent to a point of where it's like, oh, to have a fucking heart attack. Just to realize they need to change their life, not me. I know there's a lot that I want to implement into my life already. I don't need to stress myself out to get there. I don't need to burn myself out to be there. I just simply have to focus on why it's happening to me this way, adjust it, and then go about it. Is it gonna happen to me again? Of course. Duh. You think just because you got over some shit that there ain't no other shit waiting around the corner for your ass? You better stop. Nay, hey, you better stop playing with it, bro. It's something else. The thing is, when you're equipped, when you're trained, when you're already ready, you ain't never got to get ready. You ain't never got to get ready if you're already ready. If you've already set yourself up for the best possible aspects of how things go, you already have your affirmations, you already know your skills, you already know your weaknesses, you already know what you're gonna do, you already know how you're gonna do it. If you got all of these things set up already, why would you be worried about the fact that someone has something to say? They don't know you. You don't know them. Even your parents, bro. Your people don't even know you. Your grandparents, your parents. I can honestly say the only people who really probably know you in your life is your siblings. Like if you got like a really close brother or sister. I know my sister, my dog. My sister know me. Me and my sister ain't lived in the same state for the last, 10 years? I know my sister knows me. Because we've grown up together. That's my dog. So I can honestly say she knows me. My mom, I can say that my mom don't know me. My mom is surprised of all the accomplishments and all the feats. I'm making my mama proud as we speak. So my mom doesn't even know me. My mom doesn't even know the capabilities of what I have. Because at the end of the day, she created something that she put in her best interest to take care of, implement her ideas on how she do it. And she made this king that she doesn't even know. So people don't know you the way that you know you. And you got to be able to know yourself more than they know you. Because if you don't know yourself more than someone else knows you, then you fucked. Hey, excuse me why I'm off for saying, YouTube, don't cancel me. But if you literally live your life in a concept of oh, what do they think? Or, oh man, I'm just abiding by what they do. I'm abiding by the norms. I'm abiding by how it goes about it. Oh, the last time I did that, nobody liked that. So, man, vete a la mierda. Who gives a shit what they want? Who cares? Bro, because at the end of the day, when you're down, when you're sad, when you're crying, when you're hopeful, when you're in pain, when you're joyful, when you're creative, when you're moving, when you're in motion, when you're successful, when you're failing, who else is there? Because I guarantee you that motherfucker who had something to say wasn't. I guarantee you when your back is against the wall and you're sitting over here pushing that fucking wall off of you, that nobody's there except you. When you're at your upper echelon, guess what? You have to leave a couple people. So you're gonna be up there and you're gonna be doing what you do. And you gonna only have you then because they still gonna be talking about you up there. It's going now you just surround. The thing about becoming successful is the fact that money changes everybody, whether you want to think to or not. Like, I can honestly say that money changes me. Money changes me in a way that allows me to have a more sense of like, nope, it is what it is. It's only gonna change me for the better. It's only gonna change me because I'm gonna only still say what I say now, just with a lot more commas in my bank account. Same spiel, same setup, same scenarios, same concepts, just bigger. And guess what? Exactly, Ricky. Because guess what's gonna happen to me? Guess what's gonna happen to me when I go from being someone who makes $5,000 to $6,000 a month to someone who makes $70,000 to $100,000 a month? Hell, $70,000 to $100,000 a day. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm still going to have notifications of fear. I'm still gonna have notifications of doubt. I'm still gonna have a certain sense of faster action and learning. I'm still going to have the same concept. I'm still going to have the same issues. The thing is, I'm going to be in a different mindset to go about how I handle those issues. I'm not going to be someone who makes the amount of money they make or don't make the amount of money they make and blame something else for the fact that I don't make that money. No. I'm not going to be that person. That's why I know that I can honestly say, I've never cared about money. I don't care about money. Society calls for it. It's a structure, it's a foundation of our society that if you don't want to abide by, then kudos to you, because like I know I ain't even got no bread right now to go on a farm and go off the grid or all this extra shit. Like I ain't got it. Like I can use my leverage with the state to get like a free piece of land to build property there to get like $50,000. I know this process. We not there right now. We ain't focused on all that. That'll be our focus. Like, and this is the concept. And then I'll end it with this. Ricky, this is a kind of like answer the same question that you asked earlier too, with the how do I structure it? Right now, I'm structuring it to where, like I say, PHP, the signature port. PHP, signature port. Signature port, PHP. Signature port, PHP. Those are my focuses because that's my business that I've decided to bring up. That's a brand that I've created. And something that I've decided to do to implement more of my value to the world. And PHP is that same concept. For me to implement more of my value to others. To be able to help on a different level scale. I can help you now by giving you perspective. But I can truly help you if, God forbid, something happens to you, your family's okay. So I can help in more ways than just me saying that I can help. Or saying that I want to help. I can actually do something. So my focus is on those concepts because they're part of my why. They're a part of why I do what I do. They're a part of why I wake up every day to do those workouts, to eat the right stuff, to keep myself disciplined, to learn to enjoy myself too, to go out and do some karaoke, for me to go have some chocolate chip cookies and some ice cream, for the disciplines of knowing what is necessary. So they're a part of my why. They're a big part of my why. Why? Because of the fact that I want to create a aspect of business that can always help someone else create more. Teach a man to fish. Why do I want to become a life insurance agent so bad? I don't want to become a life insurance agent so bad. All I want to do is be able to set myself up in policies that create generational wealth. Set my sister up in a policy that allows her to build her wealth. Set my mother, set my grandmother, set my family up. My auntie already has policies on everybody, like herself, her son, like, but if I can help her more with that same process, then I would love to do that. Because at the end of the day, if I can, then I will. That's it. I was walking yesterday. I was walking from my office. Walking through my community, going back to my apartment. I'm walking out, there's an older woman on the stairs. And she's like, oh, help. I'm like, oh, sure. Like, I walk up the stairs. I'm like, you didn't want to use the elevator? Like, I guess the elevator would have been a lot more helpful, but I was just fucking with her. And she's like a 70-year-old woman, like coming down the stairs. Like, her backpack was a little heavy. Like, for me to say that was a little heavy, for her to be carrying it was a little heavy. Like, especially going down these stairs. Take the bags, help her. walk into the office. I just came from the office. I just walked from the office. And I'm about to walk back to the office to help her. Because I can. I just so happened to be there. What was I gonna do? I thought about it. I thought about it after I helped her. What was I gonna do? She'd be like, oh, help. And I'd be like, hell no. You know, but that's not where my mind went first. My mind doesn't think, I don't think that way. I don't think like I say, if I can, I will. But then like, you know, it's just funny to think about that way. You know, I could, hey, no, get out of here. Continue walking on, go to my apartment. She got me. I gotta help her. That'd be so funny. Like, no, but I wouldn't do that though. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, she asked for help and I was able to help, so I help. Like, that's all it is. So if I can do that, why wouldn't I? Like, he said no. Yo, why wouldn't I put my best efforts forth to help someone that needs the help? Bro, it's just what you're able to do and what you're capable to do to accomplish what you want to do. I think I like this live too. I think I'm gonna make this live public. Like there's been a lot going on in this one that I want people to see. Like, so Ricky, I was sitting over here, I was thinking of the concept of like making the structured videos to like clip them, but then I forgot that I can just make these public so that people can see them anyway. So then that way, then I can go and I can clip these, take the certain moments out of the lives, and then put them into the same shorts and stuff that I do anyway. Same concept. You know, and if I have like a different point of topic, then of course I can make the video and then like do the same concept of that. But like, so I think I'm gonna make this one public as well. I love my friend who jumped on. Like I didn't get his name, but like my friend Funny, bro. That's hilarious, bro. He said, "So God bless me." I peeped that when he said it. I was like, bro, like we all here, bro. We chilling. Like, exactly, right? Because it doesn't. I think when I post them on, I think when they post to my page privately, I think it's only my subscribers that see it or something like that. I think that's how it works when you're on a private page. I really don't know. I probably should figure that out, right? probably something that I should get a grasp on, you know? But yeah. As I say, and like the thing is, sometimes like I know me well. So a lot of the times I can think of the topic of this, with the way that I flow with the conversation can't be structured for me to like set up the tripod and then start going, so today we're going to discuss the concepts of being better. Like, that's not how I do it. Like, I mean, I guess I can, but then like when I do that, it loses its feel. It loses all of its organicness. It loses the reason why I even decided to make the video in the first place. But then when I do these, and I'm like in a conversation, like I can allow the points are flowing as I'm thinking, so that way I can bring in the concepts of energy of transformation, and it only gets better from here, and you have these abilities because you can do more to be more. It allows me to flow into them a little bit more properly, you know? I can just kind of like fall into the conversation because it's like, hey, look, let me tell you about this. Instead of me trying to like talk about a topic and stay on that topic and improve points of that topic, you know, you feel me? So it's the same concept of like, you know, me writing my books, you know, writing a book, like the chapters. Chapter 1. Only gets better from here. And then break down the whole concept of that saying to where that I provide little implementations on the way that I've done it in my life. Because the thing is, I learned, Myron Golden says that when you write a book, there's the one thing you don't do when you write a book. Make it about you. Ever since I heard him say that, I've been doing my best to make sure that when I speak, I don't speak about only me. You heard how I said only me, I'm still doing it. Like, but I don't speak only about me. I like to make sure that like when someone asks me, hey, what you got going on? And I say, man, it only gets better from here because the only thing that you can do is get better to be better. And if you implement everything that you do in your everyday life, then you can always become better. How about you? Like, it needs to be more of that. So that way so now I start initiating it to where like I go to people first. I'll kind of just be like, hey, what's up? What you got going on? Like, what's up? What's happening? We're all human. We're living life. What's your human life like? What are some of the distractions and what are some of the things in your life that are going on? What's something that caught your focus? What's something that's distracting you from being what you want to be? And these are all sales tactics. Bro, sales is the part of the world. Sales is the world. And somebody said it too. You sell yourself every day. You sell yourself every day. Whether you're a dishwasher, whether you're the CEO, whether you're the garbage man, whether you're the president, you sell a certain value of yourself every day. That's why you have what you got. Look, let me show you. All right, now I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna end it with a mic drop because it's one of my favorite quotes. It's one of my favorite quotes by Jim Rohn, one of the most OG quotes I've ever heard in my life. I almost may get it tattooed. You can have more than you got because you can become more than you are. However, you will only have what you got because of who you are. Which goes to show that if you don't like what you got, then you gotta change who you are to get something different than what you got. Oh, man. And then you think about it, right? And then you think about, now then what goes through your thought is, damn, what have I been doing for the last week? Damn, what did I do today? Damn, did I do? This is why reflection is important. This is why the check-ins are so important. This is why we here checked in, because for you to hold yourself accountable is one thing, but it's hard to always hold yourself accountable. I know. For someone else to hold you accountable based off of something that you said you wanted is a whole nother thing. Because now nobody even asked you. Nobody even asked you what you wanted to do. You just came out talking about what you was gonna do, and now you're not doing it. Whose fault is that? Nobody told you to bring your happy ass out here starting to talk about what you want, your ambitions and your dreams, just for you not to do them and you get upset about the world. But it takes what you're going to do. It takes about what you're going to implement. That's the important part about it. That's the important setup. Because you have to know who you are to become more than what you are, to be who you want to be. And then when you become that, you choose. You allow your imagination to keep running. You allow your imagination to keep roaming on how it goes. With all that being said, this has been your 2 p.m. check-in. Excuse me. I'm gonna make this one public. I know there's a lot. Look, there's a lot more concepts that I need to learn when it comes to my YouTube channel. Like when it comes to the polls, when it comes to like my setup, my design. I watch a few lives and I'm like, man, they're pretty professional, right? Like they're just sitting there, they're handling the business, they feel like they're on topic, they're doing what they do, but they've been doing it. You know, there's some people that I see that are like 4.5 million followers on TikTok and YouTube and everything. Like there's a guy on YouTube, Kenneth D. This guy blew up. He was making these videos. He got 1,600 views on one video. 2 weeks later, now he's getting 347,000 views on his videos regularly, because his message finally hit. His message finally hit the right amount of people that it needs, and that's the point about this, and that's the whole point. You already have something that someone wants. I know I got what somebody wants. I'm just saying my price. Look, the signature course is $1. For you to be, you remember when we was talking on this? It was prompt 4 of the signature course. Remember how many cookies we were given? How many concepts and lessons and setups were just in that day alone? So you can imagine the other 6 days. You can imagine the other 6 days of what you think about, how you get there, how you implement what you do best. So that's what I say, man. I tell you, you can do more because you can be more. And as you be more, you can do a whole lot more for the people that you care about, for the people that you support, and to create more value for yourself. This has been our 2 p.m. check-in. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure. Do enjoy the rest of your day, you all. Stay blessed. I'm about to get my ass to studying. I'm about to do it big, because at the end of the day, we got more to do. Because this little 2 people, it's temporary. This setup of where I am right now, it's temporary. We in it to win it for all of those digits. You feel me? Stay up, stay blessed. Ricky, my boy, I'm telling you, dog, we gotta get some stuff together. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm gonna figure out how to set it up properly. And it's all about that work, bro. Because like I feel like you got a lot to say too, bro. You can definitely, bro, you can definitely do this. Like you can definitely, you got the right. I remember the first question you asked me. That was like real deep. That made me realize like who you were. And you were like, what are the best possible? You asked me, what's going to be the most profitable time spent? Which one's gonna do you more? And I was like, whoa, who is this guy? Hey, coming in the chest with a super hot fire. Who is this guy? Hey. Like, so I'm telling you, my boy, you got a lot, bro. And it's awesome, man. It's so awesome, bro. It's funny how I talk to people like this regularly. Like, people I meet, people I talk to, talk like I do regularly. About just the focus, about getting better, doing better, inconveniences, blah, 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 my girlfriend, my boyfriend, all this extra shit. But there's still those people out there that still have the same concept of like, damn, how do I do it? Because you gotta remember, man, all right, and let me leave you with, this will be the last thing, I swear. There are people in this world who are where they are now, and guess where they started? Guess where they started from? Bro, your boy didn't just make a YouTube channel and then automatically reach over the 500 threshold. And to speak of it, we almost to the halfway mark of 500. I accidentally seen it today. So I know where I'm at. We're about to reach the halfway mark and we're about to jump right to 600. Within the same week or so? Within the same week or two that we just reached? Bro, I'm excited to see where we all go. I made up an expression yesterday that when it goes, it grows. No. Oh, I hope so. No. None of that. When it goes, it only grows. We only do everything for it to go the best way. And we'll let the inconveniences do what they do best anyway. We only go and grow. Shit's gonna happen. We ready for it. We okay. We're good. Because we got this. Because we do this. So with that being said, we got a lot more coming. It only gets better from here. Because that's the only thing we working on. With that being said, big shout outs. See you all for the 11 p.m. I'm about to do some of this studying. I'm about to really get it done myself. All right? Peace, love, stay blessed. All right?